Hi there. My name is Mrs. Robinson, and I'm a PLA teacher. And I come to you live from Indianapolis, Indiana. And I am excited today because I get to teach a group of kindergarten students a math lesson. Today, what we're going to learn about is I can identify sets of objects as numerals. So this is the skill that we're going to talk about. So I want to talk about these words together real fast. So the first thing I notice is it says, I can identify. So that means I want you to be able to understand and recognize. All right, so you're going to be able to pick out sets and name them as numbers. So you will identify it. For example, if you were a detective and you had one of those detective magnifying lenses and you're identifying something, that's what identify means. The next part I want to look at is sets of objects. What are things in our house that we have that are really sets of objects? How many of you have ever played with a set of Legos? All right, that's a box of Legos that contains objects of the same kind, so they're a set. How many of you have a drawer at your house that has a set of silverware in it? So that's a set of objects in your house. Okay, so if I had 4 stars here, and I circle them, that is a set of stars, okay? But the last thing in this I can statement are numerals. The word numerals is nothing more than a word that means a symbol for a number. So for example, this is a set of 4. You would write that as 4. This is a numeral. This is a set of objects. But there are 4 objects, so this is the numeral that matches this. So that's our skill that we're going to work on today. Let's read this together. You ready? I can identify sets of objects as numerals. All right, let's get started with this lesson and learn some more about it. I'm going to give you some examples of different ways we can practice this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a picture on this side. And I'm going to do this time triangles. Do you know why triangles are called triangles? Because they start with the word tri, T-R-I-E, and tri stands for 3. A triangle has 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. Triangle. 1, 2, 3. Triangle. So now let's count how many triangles are going to be in this set. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 triangles. Now let's represent that with a numeral. The numeral would be 7. Let's try another one. Ready? This time, let's change colors. I'm going to use green for this one. All right, the last time I did, what color is this? Blue. So this time we're going to use green. So this time, let's do, what can I draw that I think I'm okay at drawing? How about I do donuts? Well, that green doesn't work. Let's try a better green. 1, there's a donut, another donut, another donut, and another donut, one more donut. So let's count how many donuts are in this set. So I'm going to circle it to show this is a set of donuts, this is a set of triangles. So here, how many donuts do we have? Let's count this together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, I can't hear you, 4, 5. So we're going to represent this with a numeral. And here is how you make a 5. Start up here at the top, go down, circle around. And there is the number 5. So now I'm going to ask you a trick question. I'm going to see if you know the answer to this. Are there more triangles or more donuts? So in other words, is 7 bigger than 5, or is 5 bigger than 7? And one way you can kind of think of this is if you were thinking how old you are. So if you had a 7-year-old brother, is he older than you? That means he has more years than you. And you're 5. So which one is more? If you said 7, you are correct. So this number is bigger than this number. I'm going to use another word instead of bigger. Greater. Can you say that with me? Greater. Now let's make this say this as a sentence. 7 is greater than 5. But now we could actually go backwards and read it the other way. 5 is less than 7. This is less than 7. Are you starting to get the hang of this? Let's try another example. Let's use the color pink this time. And I'm going to draw another shape for you. So we've done a triangle. This time, let's do a square. A square has 4 sides. Let's count these sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice my square, my sides are straight. So they don't look like this. They don't look like that because that wouldn't be a square. So they're really straight. Try to make your lines really straight. So far I have 4 squares. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to go ahead and do one more. I'm going to circle this set, and I want to see if you know how many squares are in this set. Ready? Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many shapes are there in this set, or how many squares? 6. If you said 6, you are correct. This is how you make a 6. Go straight down and then you curve around to make the little curly tail at the end. 6. All right, now we're going to compare that with another set. This time, instead of doing squares, let's do X's. So I'm going to put an X to create my set. I'm not going to tell you how many X's I'm doing because I want us to count this together and see how many X's are in this set. Okay, are you ready? Let's count this together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you said 8, you are correct. So this is how you make an 8. That is an 8. So now let's look really close at this. We have 2 sets. This one has how many? 6. This one has how many? 8. And we're going to compare them. So if you remember the last time we talked about which one is bigger. So is 6 bigger than 8? Or is 8 bigger than 6? Think about it for just a minute. If it was an age, who's bigger? Is an 8-year-old bigger than a 6-year-old? Or is a 6-year-old bigger than an 8-year-old? You could also think of it as money. Is 8 more money if you had $8 than $6? So if you said 8 is bigger, that is correct. So 8 is bigger than 6. And do you remember that word I used a minute ago? Greater. Let's say that in a sentence. 6 is greater than, 8 is greater than 6. Let's go backwards. Do you remember the word we used here? Less than. Let's try this. 6 is less than 8. All right. So now that we've worked through this lesson, and I know you know how to identify objects in a set and call them and name them as a numeral, now that I know you know how to do that, we're going to take a look at a page that's on the website right next to this lesson. You're going to see this page, and on it you're going to see puppy dogs, you're going to see ice cream, airplanes, roses or flowers, and strawberries. There are also 3 additional pages. In the website, they just kind of move. And so you can see all 3 of them. What you're going to do is, we're going to do one of these together, and then I would like you to do the other 2 pages in today's notebook. So you're going to get out your math notebook. Remember, you have 2 notebooks. One's for reading and one is for math. And for today, you're going to put lesson 1. That's today's lesson, lesson number 1. And then I want you to put today's date. If you need help, make sure you ask somebody at your house to help you out. But you're going to put today's date right there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do the other 2 pages in your notebook. But let's do one of these pages together in our notebook together. All right, so in the first one, we have puppy dogs. So in our puppy dogs, we're going to look, this is a set in our square. So let's count our puppy dogs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What'd you get? Did you get 8? All right, so what you're going to do is, where you would put the 8 is right here, but instead what you're going to do is you're going to come over to your notebook and you're going to put number 1. You could put 8 dots to represent the puppy dogs, and then put it equals 8. Then you're going to put number 2. Number 2 are the ice cream cones. So on number 2, you're going to count how many ice cream cones do you see? 1. I'm not going to count this time. I want you to. How many ice cream cone stacks did you get? Remember, they're double dips of ice cream. So you have several. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scoops of ice cream on each cone. And you should have gotten 7 ice cream cones. So what you're going to do on your paper is you're going to draw a square and put 7 dots to represent the 7 ice cream cones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then write your number to go with how many in the numeral version of ice cream cones there were. All right, let's do our next one. This one has airplanes. Let's count them. 1. How many did you get? Should have gotten 5. So you're going to go to your paper, put number 3. And how many dots are you going to put? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What does it equal? 5. All right, we have 2 more to do. Our next one is a flower. See if I can go a little closer to the computer so you guys can see it. There's a lot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. What's next? 18. Good job. So you're going to go to number 4. You're going to need a big box for 18 dots. Let's dot this up together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 dots. How do you write that as a number? 18. We have one more to do together, and it is strawberries. It's almost springtime, so we're probably going to see lots of strawberries. Let's count the strawberries. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many did you get? If you said 6, you are correct. So you're going to go back to your notebook, put a box. How many dots are you going to put? 6 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What does that equal? 6. And there's your number. So what you're going to do is do the next page that's on the website. So we did this one together. You're going to do this one that's on the website. You'll continue it just like we did. So this will be your next one is number 6. You're going to put your box. You're going to count how many sunshines. This one, you're going to count how many pears, how many pencils, how many potatoes, and how many little motorcycles. So you're going to count those and you're going to add them to your notebook. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me today. I had so much fun teaching you a lesson, and I hope you have a great day. Remember, you can identify sets of objects as numerals. Have a great day. Thank you.